Someone doesn't reply to your message, and within seconds your mind has written a verdict. Not a fact, a verdict. They must be losing interest. I said the wrong thing. I'm being rejected. Maybe nobody ever truly chooses me. But what actually happened? The message is still unanswered. That's all you know. The event was small. The meaning became enormous. Welcome to the pattern recognizer. Most people are running programs they never chose. Today we expose one of those patterns, see exactly how it works, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. The pattern we're looking at is the meaning trap, treating the story you attach to an experience as if it were the experience itself. You don't respond only to what happens, you respond to what you believe what happens means. A missed opportunity can become proof that you're unlucky. A difficult conversation can become proof that you're impossible to love. A quiet month in your business can become proof that you'll never be secure. Familiarity makes the interpretation feel obvious, but familiarity is not evidence. Most people don't see it because they're living inside it. Psychology helps us see the machinery. Confirmation bias makes the mind notice what supports an existing expectation. If you expect abandonment, you notice the cancelled plan and the unanswered message. You may overlook the person who stayed, the invitation that arrived, or the conversation that went well. Then emotional reasoning adds another layer. I feel unsafe, therefore this must be unsafe. I feel ashamed, therefore I must have failed. But here's the cost. The feeling is genuine, while its explanation may not be. Feelings are signals. They are not always accurate maps. And identity protection can make the pattern extremely stubborn. If your self-image says, I am the person who never succeeds, then success creates a problem. The mind may explain it away, distrust it, or dismiss it. Familiar suffering can feel safer than unfamiliar possibility. That's the mechanism. Think about criticism. You can receive 10 encouraging comments and remember the one that confirms your old story. The subconscious says, there it is, I knew it. Then you make your next decision from the conclusion instead of the facts. You stop applying, you stop asking, you stop speaking honestly. Reduced action produces reduced results, and those results appear to validate the original belief. A thought becomes a behavior, the behavior becomes an outcome, and the outcome is recruited as evidence. There is an esoteric dimension here, but precision matters. Projection does not mean that your mind secretly creates every event. It means your inner world can be placed over the outer world, like an image on a screen. You see the screen, but mistake the projection for the screen itself. A person's silence may contain information. It does not automatically reveal your worth. A setback may teach you something. It does not automatically announce your destiny. In Hermetic language, an inner image may correspond with an outer experience, but correspondence is not causation. A symbol can invite reflection, it does not issue a command. Zen makes a similar demand for direct seeing before interpretation. Look at what is present before you build the philosophy around it. The danger is worshipping the symbol instead of reading it, allowing one event, one feeling, or one coincidence to become an idol that commands your choices. The mind is a translator, not a judge. And yes, sometimes the translation is useful. The problem is treating the first translation as the final truth. Picture a cracked lens. The landscape may be beautiful, difficult, or ordinary, but the crack places a dark line across everything you see. You might spend years trying to repair the landscape when what needs attention is the lens. Still, the landscape remains real. Some people lie, some opportunities are genuinely lost, some relationships are genuinely unhealthy. Awareness does not require pretending that harm is harmless. So when the story arrives before the evidence, use 3 lines. Not to deny what happened, to slow down the command. First, fact. Write only what the camera could record. They have not replied for 2 days. The proposal was not accepted. My account is lower than expected. The other person interrupted me. No conclusions yet, just the observable event. Second, meaning. What did your mind immediately say this proves? It proves I'm unwanted. It proves I can't create stability. It proves nobody respects me. It proves I always fail. Put the interpretation on the page. Don't shame it and don't obey it. You are making the invisible command visible. Awareness first, action second, third, choice. Ask. What response would remain wise even if my interpretation were false? If the person is busy rather than rejecting you, a calm follow-up is wise. If the opportunity was a poor fit rather than proof of inadequacy, review the proposal. If the financial pressure is real but does not define your identity, study the numbers and make a plan. The goal is not forced optimism. It is a response that remains intelligent while uncertainty is still present. Use the same practice in relationships. Fact, they cancel dinner, meaning they don't value me. Choice. Ask whether they want to reschedule, then observe whether their actions consistently meet your needs. That last part matters. Discernment is not denial. If someone repeatedly breaks commitments, your boundary is valid. You don't need to call it projection simply because you're examining your fear. The practice changes your response. It does not rewrite history. Use it with progress. Fact, you missed 3 days of practice, meaning I have no discipline. Choice, restart with 10 focused minutes today. A broken streak is data, not a prophecy. And when the emotion is strong, let disappointment be disappointment. Let fear be fear. You can honor the feeling without adding the sentence, "This proves I am doomed." The feeling can speak without becoming the author of your future. Practice fact, meaning, choice once today, especially when your mind moves quickly from event to verdict. Notice the space between what occurred and what your interpreter announced. In that space, choice returns. One shift changes everything. Not because you replace a negative thought with a positive one, but because you stop obeying the first story automatically. You become the author again. That is the pattern, that is the mechanism. And that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com. The pattern is the prison. Awareness is the key.